Now, once we've created transactions in credit card services to receive payment, we can see those transactions on the utilities batch settlement window. And we can see, for instance, this transaction for Melvin McCarthy, TAS 046 is the approval code for $5. Now let's go ahead and void that transaction. Now we can do those voids on the same day for the same card number. Now if you want to do a less than, for instance an adjustment is what it's called, you could do, say for instance, take a $5 or $500 transaction down to $200 by doing a negative $300 transaction. So you can see down here in the card amount field I'm putting minus and then 5 and then hitting my OK button. Now I've got several transactions that we've actually run for $5. Some of them would be voided, others would be adjusted. You can see this one would be voided. I'm looking for that one that said 046, and there it is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and void that transaction. Oh, this requires supervisor override, so I'll plug in my password. And I got a void, successful void transaction. And I can look at the RFMS receipt. Now this is going to be a huge receipt because there's a ton of sample transactions that I've done here. But you can see in RFMS it shows a $5 transaction 046, and then it shows a negative $5 transaction. That's how RFMS accounts for this. But in credit card services, if we look at our utilities, let's finishing out that transaction. If we look at our utilities batch settlement window, what we'll actually see is no transaction because it's now a voided transaction. But if I click on my show voids and declines and go down to the bottom of that list there, I can see my Melvin McCarthy transaction that's now been voided.